to the Game Changer 00100 show. I am your host, Game Changer. So I was watching, what's his name? JR Wisdom just now. And he was talking about a woman who goes by the name of Honey G. And Honey spelled HUNNIIG. And she had something interesting to say about women and their desire to fake abundance. Yeah, that's a good name for it. Fake abundance. And they understand, women generally understand how negotiation work. You don't want to go into a car dealership knowing that you're going to negotiate for a car. You don't want to go there on the bus. If they see that, they know that they got something over you. You don't have many other options. It's going to take you another bus ride to get to the next dealership. So they're going to try to sell you a better car. So people develop a strategy. They like to create the appearance of abundance. Same as in a job interview, you want to make it seem like you have a couple of other offers under your belt before you negotiate for the company that you want. Women, and particularly Black women, have a tendency to do that. They make it a point to make it clear that, listen, I can have another you in a minute. Shout out to Beyonce. Matter of fact, he'll be here in a minute. They want you to have a sense of scarcity while at the same time they have a sense of abundance. Now, what they say can very well appear to be true, because even an average woman's her DMs are always going to be filled. That's just the way it works. That's just the way both men and women are wired. Men are wired to hunt, meaning that we're going to be more, aggressive in our pursuit of the pie, where women are programmed to be hunted in that regard. So you're like, okay, she has this lineup of guys that are looking for the good. But if you pick through those, you'll find out something different. And I think that that's something that this influencer by the name of Honey has revealed today. This is something that the sisterhood don't want you to know. They definitely are not going to tell you, but there is a lot of truth in it, and I'm going to break it down. So shout out to JR Wisdom, and shout out to this Honey woman, and shout out to the show that she's on called the Big Fact Network. Okay, so we're going to get into this, and then we're going to do a deep dive into the people involved. So hit that like button, stay tuned, and enjoy yourself. All right, so
you don't have a women's phone.
Because I really contradict everything that women think that they know, or everything that women know.
Contradicting things that women think that they know. Right, that shit can't do
that aspect. And that is, okay, men are not divided into two categories. It's at least three. One of them is men that can be controlled by box. The other one is men that cannot be controlled by box. That's the two divisions that she has. And then there's the men who could be controlled by box, but then later can't. And I think that that's many, 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 many men. You see, the majority of people in the can be controlled box category, they can only be controlled by box when they are not getting it. I'm going to repeat that. They can only be controlled by box when they are not getting it. eventually in the relationship, even if you do some Steve Harvey crap and have a 90-day rule or something like that, eventually, even after the 90 days, you're going to have to give up that box. And now all of a sudden, it's not scarce to him anymore. Now it's not going to be instantly. It's not, he's not going to be like, I got it, and then leave after waiting for 90 days. But eventually within that relationship, it is going to be something that he's going to get that clarity. And he's not thinking and speaking and acting from a standpoint of thirst. And each time she gives away the box to him, the less control it has over him. And that's why women like to, some women like to parcel it out. They like to, piecemeal it. Like, they like to be stingy with it because they've come to that realization. Box-based control is fleeting. So sometimes they like to try to prolong it for as long as possible. Be careful with that. And be careful with those types. But she's definitely right.
What percentage of women do you think are delusional?
I'm gonna go with a high number and say about 70.
See if that gets me better results.
Music,
The music,
the culture in general.
the culture in general, the music, the culture, the music, the culture comes.
Ray, salute. Pride of the Lion. Appreciate you. All right. Okay, let's give it another try.
Got up and nigga.
Yeah.
So
When did it change? Like niggas used to get fresh to get bitches now.
I did some things. So I contacted the cable company and it helped for a bit, but it's still being problematic. So I'm gonna have to do some other things. But what he asked was men used to dress in order to get women. Now they pay in order to get women. So this goes into what I was saying in the Anton Daniels video, when things change. Now, the reason that things changed in that regard is and women up the price is because when you have something of value, and in this case, box, and you offer it at a very low price, and I like your shoes is a very low price to offer a box. Like, oh, nice shoes. Here's some box. So you're going to get like a oversaturation of people who are looking for that particular good at that particular price. So what do? You raise the price. And as a result, what you start to see is the number of people. Typically, what you would see is you'll see the number of people who are inquiring about that particular commodity go down. Now, They actually haven't seen it go down yet. So they just kept raising and raising and raising the price. And you want to know why they didn't see it go down? Because they're not leading with the price. When they're on IG, when they're on what's that called? When they're on their dating sites and stuff like that, they never mention their price. If so, they'll find that they have a lot less suitors. You have a lot of people who are just inquiring. That's what a DM is. You're inquiring if she is going to go for the old price, which probably was, like a smooth mouthpiece, pretty face, nice outfit, or something like that, or a handsome face, I should say, nice outfit. So they get all of these guys inquiring. It's like, okay, with all of these inquiries on the price, it means that I need to raise the price some more and some more and some more and some more. And now modern women are just confused that, why are they not getting what they charge, but they still have an inbox full of DMs? They're stupid like that. Hit the like button.
You ain't got no money, ain't got no gun.
Okay, then so how did that work when they want to get serious? How can I get serious when I bought you?
No, that's the worst kind.
Okay. She basically said guys are simps. I don't think that particular action will make a guy a simp. Well, actually, no, I take that back, because if you're looking for love in that regard, with the understanding that she is in it for the money. But you see, here's the thing, and this goes double for Black women. The concept of a male provider, there's a thin line between a man being a provider and a man being a trick. And because Black culture is so closely related to prostitution, on the female side, they take all forms of provisions as tricking. The line is not as blurred. If he gives money in any way, shape, or form, then it's tricking. Other cultures, they could be married to a successful man and have an attractive wife, and it's not necessarily tricking because she looks at him as a husband, not a trick. Black women, because they and their friends have seen more tricks than they have husbands, they don't know the difference, or at least seen, like their own husbands. But you get the point. They tend to misclassify it. Now, if you are providing for a woman who sees you as a trick and you treat her as if she is something serious, then yes, you are a simp in addition to being a trick. Get it? Got it? Good.
Shit, and you think you're gonna just keep buying her stuff and she gonna eventually just love you for you. That's you.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it don't be the dude. Sometimes the dude be cool. All right, traditionally.
That's delusional.
Who started that?
That's delusional as fuck.
It is, but
But you fall in love with the lifestyle, and you don't want that to go nowhere, because at the end of the day, I don't care how much people out here saying the shit that they saying. Niggas ain't just out here taking care of bitches.
Mm-mm.
Talks. To me, it's a little too masculine hood, but she might be. I don't know how she talks on a regular. She might just be trying to match his energy, because he's trying to create that whole, 90s, early 2000 hip hop street vibe. And he's a little old for that, but a lot of dudes are doing that. The Corey Holcomb thing. Black people around that time period found something that was lucrative and worked, an aspect of a culture that was highly marketable at the time. And they just kind of ran with it, and they've been running with it for a very long time. And this is the results.
Out there saying, "Hey, honey, come over here. I want to take care of you." You you find them niggas. Them niggas come somehow find you and y'all find each other and okay.
And
cool.
that
But
is the truth that she don't want people to, or that the sisterhood don't want her to tell. That's the truth that the sisterhood do not want her to share. That men are not as replaceable as they would like for you to believe. I mean, there's a lot of lies that they like to hide from people. One of the main lies is that they are okay alone, that they're financially okay alone, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's one of the main lies that they like to tell. Another one is the deadbeat dad lie. I mean, there's so many lies. It's the strong, independent lie, the education lie, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
why everybody ain't being taken care of? Why the fuck I ain't being taken care of? Like, you gotta ask yourself these questions. Like, why you ain't being taken? If it's so many niggas out here that's ready to take care of bitches, why you ain't being taken care of?
But you know, you hear most women be like, I can get a nigga.
I don't fucking know. They delusional.
But they can't. No, like,
You're more likely to be struck before you hit the fucking lottery. How often? I'm not saying it's not possible, but I am saying
how often?
he did whatever. And I never went to Will, bitch. Where is he at? Well, niggas ain't just out here
Honey,
just doing
solid,
that.
man.
Like,
you talking that
come
shit?
on,
Nah,
man.
real shit. Like, bitches think that shit happen like,
A nigga gotta actually like you first of all than he ever did for me. Why? Because he actually liked that bitch.
mm-hmm.
I was cool, but I like this one. So niggas gonna trick off on who they like the most.
Yep.
Nigga gotta actually like you, and some bitches ain't likable.
Ooh.
I'm one of them people. I ain't, a lot of people don't be liking me. It's cool. Hey,
I don't know.
Because in them comments they be not liking me.
Like, you just pick me.
Well, no, I mean, any person who goes against their collective attempt to manipulate someone is off code. Okay, so let's put this on a male side. I mean, there probably isn't a male equivalent to pick me, maybe simp, at least in the context that they mean pick me. But well, no, because simps just kind of harm themselves. They don't harm the people who are in the group. And I'll give you an example. Let's just say if a bunch of guys were to go out, let's say 5 guys were to go out to a nightclub or something, a bar, what have you, and then say something like, hey, we all just so happen to be tall, and the Lakers are in town or the Warriors are in town, wherever you live. Let's just tell the ladies that we play for them. If they ask, we're all gonna say that we play for this particular pro NBA team. And one of them, for whatever reason, just decides to tell the truth and say, oh, nah. He's an accountant. He works in tech support. He's a mailman. He's a cop. I'm a firefighter. And just mess up what the lie that the other people were using. That's why they dislike pygmies, because, they spoil the illusion that they crafted in order to manipulate men. Women benefit when they think that you're replaceable, that, we're gonna find somebody else in a moment, and it'll be easier for me to find someone else than it is for you, and everything you can do, someone else can do better. They really, 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 really work hard to create that narrative and to get you to think that, especially the sisters, because they're doing it on a macro level. What do you think swirling is? What swirling is they're trying to say, like, okay, if the entire race of, so they're not finding it easy to find provider males because they can't seem to find it in an entire ethnicity. So they say, okay, I'm going to go to this ethnicity to find what I was looking for. And they make all kind of compromises and concessions when they jump over there, and when they do, they still don't find it. But they want to continue with that lie, so they'll hug on to this Brad and make it appear as if he is the provider. That car note that she's head over water or head underwater in, that's in her name. When they go out, she picks up the check, etc., etc., etc. But she'll hug up on him in front of you because it's like, okay, you see, if you do not do ... then Brad will. So they want to create this mass hysteria, and she just calls it out because from the looks of things, she don't really need to rely on manipulation much. Get it? Got it? Good.
Like anyone that's not delusional, you'll pick me, right?
Yeah, basically. I don't want to be delusional. It don't look fun though.
Oh, you saying like most of these women think like they can just wake up and get like an NFL player tomorrow.
Where he at? Bitch, where he at? Where you supposed to go? I just said this to somebody.
It's only 50 teams, and how many players on the team? It's 7 million bitches.
I said this about a female. I ain't gonna say her name, but I said this about her. I was like, damn, that bitch lucky. She done looked up. She got two NBA players back to back.
Who?
Drea.
Oh yeah.
I said, damn, she lucky. I said it to a guy. He said, that bitch ain't lucky. She strategically placed herself in those places for her to be able to get the niggas that she got. I say, you motherfucker. I never thought about it that way. Literally, I never thought about it that way. And then I was inside. This has nothing to do with that conversation, but it brought me back to that conversation. I was somewhere, I forget wherever lounge I was at, and I was like, shit, I ain't gonna meet Mr. fucking 100,000 there up in this motherfucker. It brought me
It's your
back.
atmosphere.
It's your ass everywhere that you place yourself at. So I was like, I don't even want to watch the fight. It was a Tank and dude fight. I said, I don't want to be here watching the fight. I'm just gonna go home because this is not where I need to be at. Because the kind of people that I want to talk to ain't in here. I'm looking at what's in here and what's in here. I don't want to talk to you.
Like small, like
Okay. Drea is ridiculously and remarkably and unchallengeably fine. She is a basketball girlfriend that stood out amongst other basketball girlfriends. She's the one to where when you walk into a room of hot girls, she still stands out as the hottest. So to take that and say that Drea's success is because she strategically places herself in the right places is just really off base. Because it's not okay. You don't just place yourself at Harvard and then all of a sudden you graduate. You don't do that. And when I say place yourself, I'm not talking about actually getting in. I'm talking about, you don't just 18 years old, a C student, just walk into Harvard and say, hey, what's up? No, you actually have to be qualified. Drea is exceptionally qualified. She actually looks the way y'all think y'all look when y'all put the filters on. She actually looks that way. So she's leaving out that part. These women are walking around like, all I have to do is put myself next to ... and then he'll marry me. Like, look, I don't think it works that way. I mean, yes, that is necessary, but there's also the extraordinarily beautiful thing. Like that part, you forgot about that part. Somebody said in a room full of beautiful women, none truly stand out. They all kind of blend together. Not true. Not true. Even in a room of unattractive women, there are women who stands out as the least attractive. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I mean, in a room full of 9s, the 9.2 will stand out. So we can agree to disagree on that one. And Drea just so happens to be that. You know, she was in the room with both of the Govan sisters, and um, she was in a room with both of the Govan sisters, and she still stood out. It's yeah, it's remarkable. It says I'm a professional photographer. I go to casting often. Well, and they cast just one, the one that stands out. That's how you get casted, by standing out in a group full of women who are trying to stand out. The when they get casted, you know, like if you know, I don't know, 80 women, you know, are lined up for one role, and that role just so happened to be Pretty Woman, you know, in the background, and they pick that one, it's because she stood out. Exactly.
That shit make my stomach hurt, baby. Man, let me go home, man. I got shit. Which one that was?
One I shouldn't. You know, I think it's called experience. Girl,
Damn.
not work. I don't know. I don't know. I think men cheat more. For honest, I think men cheat more, and women cheat better. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. I'm gonna go with that answer. But being that you brought it up, one of the topics that I did want to ask you was, what would you tell a woman that did get cheated on and she took her man back?
What would I tell her?
What would you tell her?
I would tell her, if you take him back, let it go. Don't take him back and think he owe you something.
Oh, he don't owe you nothing.
He don't owe you shit.
I don't know.
That's you asked me. I'm saying,
I don't know. That's because I seen this and I was like, I'm gonna ask him this.
I feel like if you take him back, forgive him. Don't take him back looking for like he finna do something extra. You gotta take him back. If you take him back, give him a new start.
So that goes like vice versa, or like you don't think men like take what? Would you?
Never.
No.
How?
You still with
Yes.
You married?
Yes.
You married, right?
Yes.
Legally married?
Yes.
And you still with your wife?
Yes.
You cheated on her before?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make the conscious decision to assume that she never cheated on you. At least you don't know nothing.
I don't know. That's good enough for me.
Okay.
But who's in their right mind?
Okay. Now it's just banter. I was playing it because banter, so I'm gonna move on. So she said the quiet part out loud, which put her into the pick me category, the pick me zone, whatever they want to call it. It's unfortunate, but it happened. And yeah, now it's just blah 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 blah. So I'm gonna go to her Instagram because there's something I want to show y'all, and I found this interesting. So here we go. Her name is at Honey on Instagram. So we're gonna go to her page right quick. And I noticed this when I was looking for pictures for the thumbnail. She looks drastically different in all of her pictures. For example, this one right here. And granted, 125 weeks, this is years ago. So she looks this way here. And then on this picture, she looks this way. Drastically different. And this one is 5 weeks ago. I'm going off of when the comments were. So yeah, it looks like it was like December of last year. And that was one thing that kind of stood out to me when I was examining her. But then I look, right? I go up and I'm like, wait, 10 posts for these 10 pictures, she got 365,000 followers, including Mr. Fantastic, And Steph is cold. And yeah, so I'm like, okay, let me examine why she has so many damn followers, right? And I'm looking for something that kind of stood out, and I'm like, okay, where's why are these people following her? These are just, videos of things that she's saying and stuff that she's doing. What's the draw? What's the hook? And oh, is she a barber? Okay, maybe she has a lot of followers because she's a barber, meaning that she has a lot of heads to cut, and maybe she's one of those barbers that displays her talents, and like one of those. Oh, 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 aha, aha, oh, okay. So it's the picture on the bottom middle right. Ah, okay. The one with 1.1 million views, which is at least 5 times more than the other ones listed here. Ah, okay. Ah, okay. Okay. Let's just see what's this interesting thing that was said and did in this video that's 1.1 million views.
I thought you needed some help. I don't need no help. Like you was having a tough time. You don't need no help. I don't need no help. I got it.
Okay, so the first part was silent. So we're going to.
You sitting there looking at me fold these clothes up. You can help me fold these clothes up. I could. I can surely help you. You can help me play this $3,000 rent. Don't touch this, Elijah. What's wrong with you? I thought you needed some help. I don't need no help. Like you was having a tough time. You don't need no help. I don't need no help. I got it.
Okay, that was funny. That was enormously funny. But I can't help to think that the draw to this particularly hilarious video was something else. I can't put my finger on it, but I like to put my palm on it. I don't. What do you guys? What do you think that the draw was? So, and this goes back to what she was saying. She has an inbox, or well, not inbox, but what is it? Likes? Does it say how many people message her? Or these messages? Does it say how many people DM'd her? Like, or what? Because 58.4 thousand people liked it. How many people responded? I don't Instagram. Y'all bear with me. I don't Instagram. That's why, like, when I go, because to me, there's just like a random person. But when I went to her thing, like Fantastic and Steph is Cold was already subscribed. Like, they already seen, what's so spectacular here. But let's just say it's a lot of comments. So on the surface, you would think that a woman with this many followers, this many views on certain videos, would never say that there isn't an abundance of men that are looking to, provide, take care of, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But she just told the truth. Like, listen, I don't care if I got 365,000 subscribers. It's still difficult to find a provider man. And these are facts. Now, she might try to, and I don't know, I think she probably has a dude. So, but women like her may try to weaponize that in a relationship and say, because on the surface it may like, okay, out of these 365,000 people, one of them is a dude that's willing to do everything I'm willing to do and more. It's easy to think that way. And it's easy for women to, portray that illusion. But when you break the illusion away, you're stuck with the truth. Yeah. Somebody said 300 or 3,000 rent. Nah, she better get good food ready too. Yeah. Seems like they have an exceptionally, I know I live in an expensive place, part of the world, but it does seem like they have a very nice place for $3,000 a month. So good for them. But yeah, she understands that, it's difficult to find a $3,000 a month rent payer. And okay, so yeah, if this is the place and is not part of like an apartment building, like a 2-story place for $3,000.
Damn, why you out here walking out here by yourself like that?
I'm not doing this. I'm healing. I'm trying to get my money right. I'm not doing this.
I mean, I got all the money right here.
That's cute. I see your little money, but I don't know where you got that from. I need a man with a job.
Shit, what that mean? I'm a hard working man. No days off.
That's cute, but I got kids with the S. What you gonna do with me?
Shit, what that mean? I can babysit, baby stand, anything. I got problems. What that mean? I love kids. That ain't no problem. What that mean?
Okay, that's cute, but I still need a car for my kids.
What that mean? I got a car right here for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You got your car?
Yeah, for you. What that mean? Go ahead.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But I ain't got nowhere to stay at.
Shit, what that mean? You stay right here. Stay right here.
But what about my boyfriend gonna do?
Boyfriend? Shit, you know what that mean?
What that mean?
Get out. Go. Get out. Go. We ain't doing all that. You tripping.
Can I at least get him?
No problem. Watch out. Go ahead. Go to your boyfriend.
God.
Great. Did all this for you? Y'all girls different.
Okay, this is my first time seeing it. It's funny. It's really like, how come she didn't say boyfriend in the beginning? It's really just kind of like WTF. And I don't know if she's like mimicking how women behave in real life, like I not available, but I still want stuff type thing. Yeah. Let's see what makes you different. Let's see what looks interesting. I haven't seen many of these, so I'm watching this with you. And y'all hitting that like button for me. What makes you different? Let's see. 2-year Section 8 reduction. Let's see what y'all say on that. Curious.
So let me guess, I'm the only one that supports the 2-year restriction on Section 8 as well. I remember when I had a business.
By the way, I love dark rim glasses.
A restaurant, and I wanted to hire her daughter. She told me no, because they're gonna lower my benefits. So she told me her daughter couldn't get a job to support herself because they were going to lower her benefits. That crushed me. I was like, dang, some of our people are really just lost. Like you think that you're supposed to live like that, and it's so crazy because I know what the whole plan was. The whole plan was to do this so you could be able to control the masses. You control the masses, you control where they go in their life. I get that. But it's like, dang, y'all really just out here just like, no, I'm supposed to be poor. I'm supposed to live like this. I'm supposed to live in these drug-infested neighborhoods. This is how life is supposed to be. And you're not even going to try. And then when somebody has something to say or something that's meant to encourage you or uplift you to think outside of the box, you want to be mad. What you mad at me for? Because word on the street is, I think I'm better than everybody. No, I think I'm better than that. Yes, I am. For sure I am. And you should be too. Am I the only person who think like this? So let me guess, I'm the only one that supports the 2-year restriction.
Okay. I agree with what you just said. My kids struggle with me. Why do you care? You knew she was a 3 or 4. It starts with, okay, let's listen to this one. Curious.
Y'all create these problems and then y'all sit and act as if it's somebody else's fault.
Okay. I'm listening.
You knew she was after your money. You knew she didn't like you for you.
This is true.
You knew she didn't have nothing going on. You knew she didn't have nothing else to offer you but sex. But yet you still decided to lay down with her, and not lay down with her protected, but lay down with her unprotected, blast off in her, get her pregnant, and then proceed to tell her you don't want the baby. And then when she don't get rid of the baby, now you don't want to have nothing to do with the baby, which is your right. I'm completely with that. Y'all, you know me. You've been following me. You know if you signed up to be a single mom, you signed up to be a single mom. If that man done told you what he done told you, it's on you. But I'm just saying, when are we going to start acknowledging the fact that it starts with you? Had you not did what you did, had you not stuck raw in her, she wouldn't have ended up pregnant, at least not from you. You wouldn't have to worry about a child growing up without a daddy. Y'all are creating these kids without daddies. Y'all are. It starts with y'all. It starts with the men. We can't make babies by ourselves. Y'all create these problems and then y'all sit.
Okay, that outlook is a little weird, and I don't necessarily agree with it. Because I don't see how It Takes Two and It Starts with the Men really work in the same sentence together. Like, if it takes two, don't it start with both of you? I don't. I'm trying to like understand that logic there, and I agree with a lot of what she was saying. But that one, and I'm not saying that the men aren't at fault, but how did it start with him? Okay, let's move on to something I'm more likely to agree with. Let's see.
Although she does have the final say so on whether that baby is born and brought into the world, you had the initial say so from the giddy up. So if you knew you didn't want to have a baby with her, you should have strapped up. If you knew you didn't want to have a baby with her and she wasn't, you should have not even messed with her. So when you gonna grow up, Jody? Because everybody, the women are wanting to put it on the men wanting to put it on the women, but in actuality, it's everybody's fault. It's y'all fault as to why these kids is growing up without stable households. It's y'all fault as to why these kids not growing up with a father. It's y'all fault as to why these kids growing up and their mom always mad. It's y'all fault. It's y'all fault. It's y'all fault these kids are struggling. It's y'all fault. And when I say y'all, I'm including myself in it too, because it's definitely my fault too. There's no reason why I should have did what I did and had these kids and the dads ain't worth a flippity flying. It's no reason. So although she does have the final say so on whether that baby is born and brought.
Okay, this is the same as the last video. All right. It seems like at this point in life, she probably realized that she was pregnant, or she just had a kid, or is going through a difficult part of her life due to the kids. But she definitely is looking for somebody to blame for a current situation, a temporary, but her situation at this time. Let's look at this one. Stepdads.
And for the men that are out there that do help and they father these children, that's fatherless, I so appreciate y'all and I so love y'all. Individually, I love this. Like, I love it. I love to see it. Because regardless on whether these kids come from you or they don't come from you, everybody deserves some type of role model that they can look up to, they can go talk to, they can get advice from, so on and so forth.
Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. They actually don't. It's amazing how in the West there's a confusion between what people want and what people deserve. In fact, those two things are interchangeable. Those two things are completely interchangeable. Every sentence where you can put the word want, here in the US, we put the word deserve. For example, I want a car. Someone will say everybody deserves a car. Or I want a wage, a higher wage. And especially here in California where they raise the minimum wage so much that all the Denny's closed. But in California, they raise the minimum wage, and it comes from the thinking that, okay, I want a higher wage. There's an undertone of entitlement that goes along with a lot of this thinking. And a child is entitled to a responsible parent. Yes, they want one, and yes, society would be better off if they all had one, but that doesn't mean that they deserve it, that they did anything exceptional to put themselves in these exceptional circumstances. It's a nice to have. And even if they do deserve it, it does not mean that it's any individual's responsibility to give it to them. What if a man was to say, I deserve a woman with dark rimmed glasses and a fat ass, and that every man deserves it? What would be your response to that? I'm curious, but let's listen some more.
And if women with kids ain't your thing, women with kids ain't your thing. That's it. It ain't no big deal.
That's good.
But to the men that are willing to take on that type of responsibility, shout out to you. Because these kids really do need you. So, like I said, it starts with the men anyway. And then once it leaves the man, it goes to the woman, and then she makes a decision on whether she's going to bring that child into the world or not. And if you knowingly sit on your behind, and I said this before and I'm going to say it again, if you knowingly sit on your behind, and for the men that are out there that do help and they father these children.
Oh, she didn't even finish. I wanted to see like what she said after knowingly sit on your behind. I was curious. Let's see. Stepdaddy makes the difference. Where's the stepdad line? Dang. So obviously she's going through some, like when you see her in the black shirt and the yellow chair, she's obviously got a lot on her mind revolving around single motherhood. Let's see. Have I dated outside my race? Black people don't value life. Kids are not toys. Let's see. Staying after he cheats. I'm curious about that. It was something else that she said on the stepdaddy thing that I want to see if I can find. Let's see. Where's the stepdad line? Okay, let's take a look at this.
They ain't lined up that many people wanting to be stepfathers. Is not. They're there. Not saying it's not possible, but you better be one hell of a woman. Put yourself apart. You better have way more than just some head and some cuticle. Yeah, I said cuticle. You better have way more than that.
Okay.
Oh, you know how to cook in. A lot of people know how to cook. What sets you apart from everybody else? I'm not saying it's not possible. I've had relationships and I got kids. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying what sets you apart that's going to make that man say, you know what? I do want to be with her and her 3 kids and help her take care of her 3 kids. So you have to set yourself up for the best possible outcome, because you just don't want anybody around your kids. Because yes, it is men out there that want to be in relationships with women with kids, but why though? They ain't lined up that many people wanting to be stepfathers. Is not. They're there. Not saying it's not possible.
Okay, this is a little different than her take while she was sitting on the same damn couch. But yeah, I mean, so what I've gathered from the last two videos is that she's in an interesting place. She appreciates stepdads, which is a good thing. But she appreciates them because she understands that they're rare, and she's also smart enough to realize why they are rare. Meaning, and this video is, when was this? August of last year. So she might have found somebody since then. So if you're going to be a stepdad, it's better to be one with someone like her who would appreciate your stepdaddedness. And she understands that threesome Thursday is part of the condition. You asking him to take care of additional bodies, and he wants you to take care of additional bodies. Yeah. Ha. You would have to do something to set yourself to make up for the fact that you are forcing him into fatherhood day one of being with you. He don't have 9 months to prepare, and it's not his gene. So you have to make up for it in exceptionals and sometimes dirty and debaucherous ways. Just be, like the ultimate Claire Huxtable type chick that just so happened to have, a kid. Interesting take. Okay, so now I'm going to get off the yellow couch, do a couple more of these before I go. Actually, let me read your comments. Let's see what you have to say. All right, let's take a look here. Wait, her face is decent. Never mind. Yeah, she has a decent face. She kind of reminds me of Kyla Pratt from, I think it was 101 with Flex Alexander or Flex Washington. One is, I forget. But let's see. What do you mean men are dumb? Will she say men are dumb? Black women are failing at raising these kids. Absolutely. Well, it depends. If their goal is to raise a group of men that they can control, then they are successful in that regard, but not as successful as they want to be. Because they've raised the ethnicity of men that they can control with their cooter, but these men can also be controlled by other women's cooters, so that's part of the failure. And it's not enough of them to satiate the needs of the women that want them. And then these men become dysfunctional in other regards. So, yeah. But if that's their agenda, they have reached a Pyrrhic victory on that one. I mean, men are dumb, like I said. Okay, yeah, so she's the one who said that. Okay, so it says, let's see. Men that don't raise their kids say someone else has failed. I don't know of a man who fits and checks those particular two boxes. But there's a reason why I don't know, and that is because society never asked those men for their opinion. Granted, they're not there to give it, but society never really asked the men, the deadbeat dads, their point of view. They don't. And in the rare instance that they do, they're not blaming another man for not properly raising them. So I disagree with that one. It is a very reason why women love doing dirt with a man, because she can always place the blame on him. Yeah, I understand that. Like to sit there with your legs open and get cream pied and then say, hey, it's your fault for cream pieing me. It started with you cream pieing me. Well, it didn't start with your consent to get cream pie. Anyway, um yes, that is amazing. The Ebonics are crazy in these clips. LOL. Yeah, in addition to the slight country accent, which would be appealing if more women who look like her and better used it, but it's typically a bunch of chitlin bras that use it, which is annoying. All right, let's see. Her voice is loud and harsh, not feminine. I wouldn't even talk to her. I've learned to wait and hear what she has to say. However, though she's funnier than most and smarter than most, I don't know if that's enough to compensate for, the amount of plural kids that she has. I don't know how many kids, but the fact that it's plural means that it's at least two. All right. Nobody can make a man a stepdad. That's a choice. He waits. Did someone say that they can make a man a stepdad? She scares me. She sounds like she would call her Pookie cousin to assault me. I never really, I never feared a Pookie cousin. I don't think anybody should. I just don't. And it's not like I'm a super tough guy and I don't care what I really, anybody who's that dysfunctional that fights on the whim and the word of a woman that he knows to be capable of calling you for that reason leads a very sad and pathetic life, because he's always going to be, he's always going to be Ayana's cousin on Menace to Society. Like, if it hasn't happened now, if it hasn't happened by the time he meets you, it's going to happen. It's it's just destined to happen. They realize the importance of a good father figure after 3 children. Most black guys are Pookie. Hard to measure. Hard to measure. Keisha thinks that she deserves a great father for her kids. Well, she's trying to say, put it off on the kids. The kids deserve a great father. I think that's an interesting distinction. But the man that she wants to smash is someone else. Okay. I'm so confused. Try to use smaller words. All right, let's see. I'll stick with feminine white woman. LOL. She scares. LOL. Okay. We all have a type. You'll make that white woman a single mom in no time. Okay. Most black guys you encounter are Pookies. Ah, interesting. I could see that. I do think that from a woman's point of view, because Pookie is chronically thirsty and desperate and don't have any standards, I do feel that the majority of men that approach them are going to be Pookie, because once again, they're more aggressive in their approach to women. Once you go black, become a single mom. Is that how you were born? All right. No, most of the black male population are Pookies. Okay. They're doing well at raising the future carjackers of America. Well, mama got to get paid, and even though I had to sell rocks, felt good putting money in your mailbox. All right. It's the responsibility of the original father and the responsibility of the mother to secure a responsible father. Yeah, I agree. I mean, and even if, and the thing is, stuff happens, life isn't perfect, stuff happens, but what I've noticed with single moms is that not only is the child absent a father, he's also, because like I said, things happen, like, you know, men die, they go to war, they die for frivolous reasons, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All of which would make a woman a single mom, not just her choosing of a derelict man. But in those situations, when those things happen, they still have access to the father support system, meaning that yes, he's gone, but his brother is around, and that child is his nephew. And you know, the grandfather, or excuse me, the man's father is around, the child's grandfather is around, you know, his uncles, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So he would still have that. Absent the biological father, he still has all of the ingredients that made the biological father the man that he is. And that is his male network. She would still have access to that. I don't know if the single mothers are actually just renouncing that network, or they're getting pregnant by men that they don't know well enough to even know if he has that network. Saddest thing ever, but it's true. Meaning that, like, oh, I don't know who Ray Ray Daddy is. Oh, he got a brother? His brother named Pookie? You know, they just seem to be completely disconnected from any network. 40%, 70. Once again, it's impossible to say, because there isn't like a numerical definition of Pookie. So staying after he cheats. You know, I'm gonna get off this orange couch for a second. Actually, no, this will be my last yellow couch one.
Do men respect a woman after she takes him back for cheating? A men in the comments, some men said some other things, but it just was like, when you, the only way possible that you can show your partner that you respect them is by keeping your partner that you respect them, is by respect, self-discipline. So to say once you cheat on her and she stay with you, that means she's the one. Does that mean she's the one? Or does that mean she's just the dummy? Or does that mean that she's playing it safe because you do provide and you do this, you do that, and I really don't want to be out here trying to find somebody else to do what you be doing, so I may put up with a little cheating. Do that mean that she's the one? Or does that mean that she's looking out for her best interests? Do men?
Okay, I'm starting to get off put by her because things just seem to chronically come down to pussy and money with her. Even in her skits, it, you know, like the one skit we watched, and you know, she was folding clothes, he mentioned money, and she started folding clothes again, you know. And then the other skit, you know, she said she wasn't interested until, you know, the guy just kept providing goods. Like, at the root of her comedy, there is this whitewashed prostitution going on. Like, and even in the stuff that she's saying, like, you know, there seemed to be like a strong relationship, even though it's not direct as a streetwalker, but there's a strong relationship and connection with pussy and money. And even in her interview with the one guy, it just is very off-putting, very off-putting. And now she's talking about cheating. Here's the thing, and here's why I do look at it as an extraordinary plus with a woman, is to find out that you cheat and then stay anyway. For one, it means that she values the relationship. So, and the relationship is capable of enduring hardships. If you're going to marry somebody, you don't know what hardships are going to happen throughout life. There's thousands, perhaps even millions of things that could go wrong that people break up for, including cheating, including infidelity, where she has displayed that she is capable and willing to weather that storm, meaning that she is more likely to weather other storms. That's what that means. And in addition to that, it shows that she has a sound, practical mind, which I don't think many women have. I think that many women just has as a rule, if he cheats, you should leave him, which is just downright stupid when you break it down. It's just downright stupid. Like Claretta Scott King knew better. You know, Hillary Clinton knew better. It does, because the whole purpose of leaving, because a man cheats, is because you fear that he might leave you for another woman. When you break it down, that's what it comes down to. You fear that he will leave you for another woman. Smarter women understand, like, okay, if he was going to leave you for another woman, he would have. So he's just cheating because he wants sexual variety. But the fact that he's still with me means that he's not leaving. Why would I leave him so he don't leave me? I guess that's what it comes down to, which is a very emotional response when women do that. Like, oh, I want to leave you first. It's emotional and immature. I want to leave him first, just so, you know, it's kind of like quitting because you think that somebody's going to fire you. It's kind of like working at a place and you see that they hire somebody else. And you're like, oh, I'm going to quit before they fire me. Even if you don't have another job lined up. Once again, immature. They leave because they can't leverage their box. Well, yeah, that's true. And furthermore, they leave because they feel that he's only with you for box. If a guy is cheating, then chances are the only thing that the other woman is providing him is box. But if you're secure in the fact, like, yeah, but she don't do blah, 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 then you wouldn't care because you know he's not going to leave you because he's staying for the blah, 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 not the box, which she is offering. But once again, a lot of these, you know, prostitution-minded women, they don't really see past their box. All right, so that's the last of the yellow couch. Let's see this one.
Can't no man make me do something I don't want to do. I don't. If he cheated on you, man cares. He don't care. I'm here to tell you, he don't care. That man don't care. All you doing is making it easier for him to move on. He don't care. It's already a thought in their mind that you already was gonna do that anyway.
This is true.
So the fact that you actually went and did it, you just proved him right. So can't no man make me go and do no 3 or 4 activities I already want to do anyway. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it because that's what I want to do, not because I'm trying to prove a point of what exactly. You can get. We all know that. That's easy. Yeah. Anybody can do that. Anybody can get them some now. Come on now. I'm just saying anybody can. Did you know that the honey butter was back in stock? But no, yeah. Y'all gotta slow down with that hoe. I get my lick back. Because baby, he already was expecting for you to do it anyway. You trying to make his chest hurt by doing what? Going to go give your body to somebody else? Girl, that man don't care. He don't care. The only way you can actually make a man's chest hurt is by moving in elegance. Moving incognito. Go get yourself together. Go heal. Move on the right way. And don't let him back in. Then his chest will be hurting. I'm just saying, did y'all know that the honey butter was back in stock? Can't no man make me do something I don't want to do.
Okay, so honey butter is back in stock. And what she said about the other stuff is true. Let's see. Women like generous men. I hope that this isn't more correlation between pussy and money, because she is coming off as very hoe adjacent.
when you're messing with somebody, you should be able to call on them. I'm not saying walk around with your hand out. Shout out to Cash Dog. I'm just saying, just in case things don't plan out. Just in case. I don't sell enough honey butters this month. You know, things didn't go the way I wanted it to go. I might need a little help. I need to be able to call on you, baby. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Like, I can't call that for nothing. I don't like them kind. I don't like them kind.
Wait.
I like the kind that I can call it extra stuff if I need it or if I want it. Sometimes I just want it. Sometimes I just want to know that the man I'm dealing with just like, I'm just having in. Who doesn't want that? Like, come on. I ain't saying be out here just begging now. You know, you have your own thing going on. You should want to have your own thing going on because you should be able to move on your time, not when he gives you enough money for you to move. I'm just saying. Did y'all know honey butter was back in stock? You can get yours now.
Okay, so honey butter is back in stock.
You should be able to call on them. I'm not saying.
I think we've established that. Let's see. Women chase men and breed kids. I think I'll skip that one. See what she's talking about on this pink day here. She don't have titles, so I'm gonna leave that one. I'm gonna leave these alone. Oh wait. Yeah, she don't have titles, so I don't know what she's talking about. All right. Why I Left Him, part 5. I don't want to watch 5 parts or something. So, Raised with No Value. Let's see if I can find something else. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at these two.
Let's normalize men going to the courthouse and filing for your parental rights. Don't allow a scorned woman to have complete access and don't allow a scorned woman to have complete and full access over y'all child when you can literally go to the courthouse and file for your parental rights. Again, no, it's not fair that you don't automatically have the same rights as a woman. And quite honestly, I feel like that is below the belt because these men can really just walk away whenever they feel like it and there's no consequences besides having to pay child support. But let a woman do that. Oh, you everything in the book and you're going to jail.
None of what she just said is true. None of what she just said is true. So she lives in a world where the term deadbeat dad doesn't exist. She said the only penalty they have is child support. That's a huge fucking penalty now, isn't it? Like you just like minimalized it. Like besides child, yeah, exactly. Besides child support. What do you mean besides child support? That is the penalty. Like, hey, you know, men don't have any penalty for grape besides prison and being raped in prison. Besides that, they don't have any penalty. What? By the way, you also go to jail for not paying child support. So, holy crap. All right. I am losing positive opinion of this woman.
But another day, another topic. But if you are one of those people who have.
So I used to do something. Years back, I used to go to the fire station and hide in the bushes. And every time a woman, you know, dropped off a baby, I popped out and said, "Yeah, bitch, I judge you." Now, the truth of the matter is, of course, I never did anything so foolish. And nobody does anything so foolish. Y'all just drop babies off at the fire station. I don't know if there's like a slot like mail, or if it's one of those like bulletproof drawers that you see at the bank where you put the money and stuff in the drawer and then you close it and then it opens on the other end. I don't even know the procedure, but I do know that they make abandoning children very easy for women. Mind you, that maybe the father may have even wanted that child, which means you would have kidnapped it and then just took it away somewhere. Oh, yeah, this chick.
Certain circumstances, okay, and you are one of those people who you're not the most legit person in the world. You got to figure out a way to make it look good, okay? Because there's no excuses. Figure it out, make it look good, put it on paper. You know, get you a little, I don't know, get you a little side job, get you something. I don't know what you got. I don't know, but y'all know who I'm talking about.
I don't know.
Let's normalize men going to the courthouse and.
I don't know who you're talking about. I really don't. It's because in order for the statement to be relevant, it would have to be dealings with a man who didn't fight for custody. But nevertheless, it's having a person who is fighting against you saying that you should fight is like an older brother grabbing a younger brother by the wrist and saying, "Why are you hitting yourself? Hey, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you?" It's kind of like that feeling. Or yeah, it's like you should stick up for yourself. I know things is in my favor. I know the court is ruling for me, but you should still fight me harder. What's wrong with you? That's what this is given.
Ladies, let's normalize finding better ways to cope with the fact that you don't like your baby as whatever. Let's normalize finding other ways to cope with the fact that you don't like who you chose to father you don't like who you chose to father your child. You only, and some of y'all, not everybody, you only not like him because he don't want you. Not everybody, but so I don't like mine, not because he don't want me, but because he just is not a good, he could be better. He could be better and he chooses not to be. That's why I don't like him. The other ones, I don't like them because they can be better and they just choose not to be. So that's my reasoning. But I still, nothing in me says don't let him see his kid. Nothing in me says, ladies, let's normalize.
Don't wear half tops when you have a muffin top. Just don't. I was too distracted to even like remember what she said.
Sex is not that fire. I'm telling you, it's not that. And I've had good sex. It's not that fire for me to say, you know what? I'm going to have 15 kids. I'm going to have 8 kids. It ain't that fire. It's no dick on God Green's earth that could make me say, I'm about to give this man.
Okay. That's not really relevant enough to respond to. So I'm going to say, this one.
So let's just talk about the ones who actually have baby daddies.
Okay.
Who only want to come around and see what the mama is doing. Who only want to come around to try to keep tabs and question the child about what mom is doing. In that situation, then yeah, no, he shouldn't be allowed to come and sit and toy with your child whenever he feels like it. Whenever it's convenient for him. No. You do your due diligence and you protect your child from that man. That's what you're supposed to do.
Huh?
Because these are not dolls. You don't get to pick a child up and put it down whenever you feel like it. Oh, I don't want to be bothered with her today. I'm not going to answer the phone for her, or I'm not going to go get her. I'm not going to spend time with her. You don't get to do that. Now, as a parent, as a mom, yeah, you should protect that child from that man. But if you one of those women, like I said, who be having these good baby daddies, and I don't be liking it, because why you got that good baby daddy, you over there treating him like he just don't be doing nothing for your kids? Why you over there manipulating them kids, making them kids think that the daddy just ain't?
Oh, she ghetto as hell. Anytime you find a woman who's envious of a good baby daddy, and I never thought I would have to like use those words in that order, is complete and total and utter ghetto trash. I can't think of a worse hell on earth than to be labeled as a good baby daddy. Wow. I'm flabbergasted. And it's even more disturbing that there are men out there who are so unfortunate in life that they have to be a good baby daddy. Because, like, once she makes you, and she's the one who made you a baby daddy, once she has made you into a baby daddy, the only thing you can do at that point is be a good one.
Shit. Why? Why are you doing that? What are you getting out of that? So let's just talk about the ones who actually have deadbeat baby daddies, who only want to come around and see what the mama is doing, who only want to come.
So on one hand, she's talking about, the kids, don't deny the father access to the kids. And now she's saying, deny the father access. And this is after she did the interview with Dude. This is interesting. And here she is with a leather bra. Let's see. I only had 3 drinks. Okay.
Good.
Yeah. Thank you. I brought it for you.
Thank you, beautiful.
How I feel? Anybody sticking our skin
By the
out.
way, when women say, we have the most businesses, that's what the fuck they talking about. They talking about honey butter or some shit like that. Some kitchen chemicals that you're supposed to put on your skin. Like, yeah. We got the most businesses. Congratulations. Okay, I clicked it, but nothing happened. Let me click it again.
When did it change? Like niggas used to get fresh to get bitches. Now niggas pay to get bitches. Like, when did that change?
I'm trying to educate the lady not to be a hoe. It's okay. It's okay to have morals. It's okay to have standards.
Like, just say, you say it's okay to not be a hoe, right?
Right.
Do you have those moments be like, man, fuck it, I might as well?
I really contradict everything that women think that they know, or everything that women know.
I'm glad you.
Okay. Here's the problem. If you are in a relationship where you don't respect anything about that man other than him being provider for you, which some of your previous videos alluded towards, and at the same time, he don't desire anything from you but your sexual function, then it's could be very well considered a hoe dynamic. Okay, I'm gonna like see some of her recent stuff because it really seemed like she went through like a phase. And let's see what happened if and when she ever came out of that phase. Let's see this one.
Ladies, did you know we all have one of these? We all have one of these. We all have one of these. We all have a set of these. Ooh, and don't forget the face. We all have a face card that don't decline. Yes, we all do have one of those. But what is it about you that's going to keep that man wanting to invest in you, wanting to keep supporting you? What is it? Because you have to have more than this. You have to have something up here as well. And we're not saying being a Miss Smarty Tushu. We're just saying giving him something to be proud of, giving him something more to want to invest in beyond just this. Because once he gets this and he's enjoyed it, I mean, you did your big one, you showed out. Once he's gotten this, he's conquered it. That's it. He's on to the next. And now you mad because you got what you wanted, which was the money, and he got what he wanted, which was your body, and you mad because he done stopped giving you the money. But y'all already done exchanged. The business, the transaction is done. So what else can you offer that man to make him want to actually continue to invest in you? You have to have this. Find something that you enjoy doing that you wouldn't mind selling besides your body. Sell it. Give him something to invest in besides your body, because that gets old, because it's always a new one. Yep. Always a new one on fresh out of production.
I think one of the things you can offer is seeing him more as an investor. Just saying.
I can almost guarantee you that no man cares how many men want to have sex with you. They don't care. When you say stuff like, you know how many men want me? You know how many men it is that's looking for me? They don't care. They don't care because they already know this. They know this. You're a woman. You're an attractive woman. Of course I know many men want to have sex with you, but what does that matter? That has no value. Sex is so accessible. It's not valued at all. So when you do meet somebody that has morals, have respect, and, you know, she's valuing herself and she's moving in a certain, you know, sophisticated woman, just energy, you tend to value that. Men value that. They tend to want to put that up because I don't want nobody else to get that. And then they go outside with y'all. The ones that think that they have all this access to all these different men, but baby, you only have access to the men that you want to entertain. You then make the decision on whether you're going to entertain that man, but he first has the option. He has to want to, or even find some type of interest in you to begin with. If he doesn't find you interesting, you don't have that option, baby. I can almost guarantee you that no man cares how.
Did I click this one? Let's see.
Where you going? You left.
You going upstairs?
You left the stuff right now.
Left what? Okay.
The food you was just eating. Why you put it up? You not no personal mates.
Oh, you ain't got no personal ATM either.
Don't worry about it. I got it. And you need anything else? You need a sandwich, smoothie?
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment. Let me know if you need anything.
She wore that outfit. All right, so let's. My kids, my meal ticket. Let's see.
Anthony Edwards did his big one, and I don't. I'm not saying I agree with it. I don't. I'm not saying. I'm just saying he did his big one. Many men that's gonna come right behind him saying that thing. I think y'all might want to rethink the whole getting pregnant by a baller so you can have this lifestyle that you did not earn, but you built from this person, and you feel like you're obligated to get some of his money because you wanted to have a child with the man simply because he had money. I mean, that is the most
I'm gonna say one of the most craziest things that women could possibly do. And I have kids, so it ain't even, I'm not even throwing those, you know, whatever. But for you to strategically get pregnant by certain men just so you can have access to some of their money because you don't want to work, because you don't want to put in the work that they.
Okay. Some of the stuff she says is good. Some of the stuff she says is bad. The thing is that the good stuff that she say is so freaking obvious. Did you know having a baby for money is bad? Having a baby for money is bad. It's like that. All right. She's shouting out Chris Brown. She has a video called My Assets talking about her ass. Let's see what she has to say about her assets. I'm curious.
Oh, all you have to offer is your assets. Oh, and then ask you, what do you bring to the table? What do you have to offer? Everybody wants to go and get in an uproar. Why? Because you don't know how to answer the question because you have nothing else to offer besides that.
Okay. The volume was bad on that one, so I'll just move on. The Bible didn't say women don't work. Okay. Everybody has a preference. Women willingly have fatherless kids. All right. She has a lot of single mom stuff. You're for sale. I think she got the wrong you're. Unless
You're
there's
prostitute.
Yeah, she means that you are. She means that YOU apostrophe RE for sale. But nevertheless, let's see what she's talking about here.
You're broadcasting that you're prostituting, but yet you want somebody to take you serious and treat you not like a prostitute. Make it make sense, okay? And I'm not saying prostitutes don't get wifed up, because they do, but it ain't at no high number. It's not. So keep your morals, keep your respect, take the long route. You know, they say nice guys finish last, nice girls finish last. They do. You're prostituting. You're broadcasting that you're prostituting.
Go to the best BBL doctor. Okay, let's I had a feeling that it was fake, but let's see.
You ain't got no ass and you want to go get a BBL, go do that because that's what you want to do. And make sure when you do, you go to one of the best doctors that's in your price budget that you can get. You don't know what you seen that made you say, I'm gonna go to that doctor. I really don't. Okay, I don't. But do your due diligence, do your homework, go to the best doctor, get the best body that you know you could get, if that's what you want to do for you, to enhance your beauty, to make you feel better about whatever it is that you because I say it all the time, if I didn't have no ass, baby, who? I'm going. I don't care what y'all talk about. I'm going because I want some of that too. I want a little jiggle back there. Come on now. Jiggle. Stop playing. You ain't got no ass.
So after this video, and I'm not sure if she did or didn't have one done, have her ass done. But what's interesting is she talks about, hey, women, you're more than this, and this. Oh, but you should get it done. That's kind of like, okay. Let's see. Set yourself up. No, I'm good.
Because why would I go and work hard when I can just lay on my back the same way a
Carisha and other rapper girls say to do and get the money from him. Why would I go work hard and do why would I do the hard work when I can live a soft life by all I have to do is open up my legs? Why would I do that? That's what that's what y'all teaching the next generation of young ladies that's coming up. But yeah, everybody, y'all don't want to have that conversation. Everybody want to sit here and act like I'm the only one. No, I'm not the only one that's thinking like this. There's plenty of women that think the same way I'm thinking. That because why would I go? Why would I go?
All right, someone said I like some of her outfits in these. I think that her more appealing outfits are the ones that are form-fitting, but like this one, but hides the muffin top, or her figure changes rapidly and regularly. Because like here, for example, it looks like she has no muffin top at all, which means that she either don't hear, and she did in previous videos, means that she's in a weight loss journey, or she has work done regularly.
My top 5 non-negotiables in a relationship. Number 1 is cheating. If you love somebody as deep as you say you do, you tend to not do things that's going to cut them deep. Cheating cuts deep. For me, been there, done that. No bueno. Number 2, lying. Why we could just tell the truth. We could work through the truth. Now we got to work through the lie to get to the truth, and then work through the truth. Just tell the truth from the giddy up. So if I can't trust the person I'm laying next to at night, then what do we have? We don't have trust, and what do we have? Number 3, conflict resolution skills. Being able to see things from a different perspective other than your own. That is golden in a relationship.
I agree, but the fact that you have that as a number 3 really means that you have a lot of conflict to resolve.
Okay, it really resolves a lot of issues really quickly. Okay,
like if I was to put like my top 5 and I was to say, the ability to make applesauce, it really means that I like applesauce a lot. So her top 5 is conflict resolutions, meaning that there's going to be a lot of conflict.
hey, because we all here on borrowed time. We don't have time to be seeing you 2 weeks. You mad? Now, come on now. Number 4 is communication. Communicate what's wrong with you. Nobody's a mind reader. Nobody's walking around trying to figure out what's wrong with you all day. Like, communicate what's the problem, so then we can, do what we have to do. We can move forward. And number 5 is being emotionally unavailable. If you're not able to connect with your own feelings, you're not going to be able to connect with my feelings, which means now we can't have those certain conversations because you don't have any compassion for certain situations because you do not connect with your own emotions. That's my top 5. What are y'all?
Okay, that was a waste. All right, I'll do a couple more of these, then I'm head out. I don't want your man. Okay, she got the right "your" there. People will run you off. Let's see if she has like a real good one. No one prays to be a stepdad. Being a woman is more than okay. She's starting to, starting a broken record here, but I'm gonna listen.
Nobody's looking to come in and take care of the next man's kids. They're not. There's like no woman is waking up. You don't wake up in the morning and say, God, please let me be a stepmama to somebody's kids. No, if it was left up to us, we would like to date men without kids too. However, it's more acceptable for a woman to accept a man's kids but versus a man accepting a woman's kids.
It's really not. It's really not.
It happens. It happens a lot. Nobody's looking to come in and take care of the next man's kids.
Okay, I don't know how much she's struggling with this whole trying to find a stepdaddy thing. Obviously, a lot because these are months apart. That she's still saying the same thing, and you know what I find interesting about these arguments is that they don't seem to be interested in men with kids because it seemed like that would be like the easiest route to go. And I'm thinking that they're either not interested in them or there isn't enough of them, which says something about society that there is a significant um, number of single moms. There's a greater amount of single moms than there are single dads by a wide margin. There's a huge deficit between single moms and single dads out there. Meaning that if they are limited to only getting with single dads, then they wouldn't be able to find one. Which I don't understand because like Fantastic is a single dad. So is Bernard has a girlfriend. He's not actually available, but nevertheless, he's an unmarried dad. Let's see.
A lot of women don't know what it means to be a woman. A lot of women don't understand that it takes more than just you having a set of breasts and a vagina for you to be a woman. From other people, because the women that raised me didn't teach me morals, value, respect, understanding, nurturing, caring, affection, all the things that goes into being a woman, all the things that embody a woman, the essence of a woman. I was not taught. That I had to learn on my own because I wanted to know what else besides sex makes me a woman. What else besides sex makes me a woman? So I had to go out and I had to learn that on my own. A lot of women do not do that. And they stop at the fact that you have a vagina, I have titties, and then they just lead off of sex. And that's the only way that they know how to be a woman.
Okay. Stop right there for a second. I don't really see anything wrong with a woman leading with sex. Because no matter what, that's what is on his mind. Like that's the top thing that's on his mind. So I don't really mind a woman leading with that. Sexual desire, his sexual desire for you is what got you in the date to begin with. And his sexual desire is what will make him continue to date you, even if he's not that interested. Otherwise. However, it is very important to have substance outside of that. And she's right. She don't come from a community that teaches that part. But even a woman with substance will lead with her, let's just say, looks. That's the bait. That's how, a woman really can't lead with substance because that requires exploration. There was a woman who I used to work with, and she was married, and she hit like all the notes. Black woman. She was, she was classy. She just, the way she talked, the way she moved, her just talking to her, you could tell that she's very nurturing. She has a kid, but you wish that kid was your kid by the way she parents it, so but all of that would be null and void if she wasn't sexy, which she was, or at least pretty. I can't even think of her as sexy because that would put her in a debaucherous category, and then all kind of freaky stuff would come to my mind, which it don't with her. Nevertheless, she was attractive physically. And that, of course, was the first thing I noticed because you're going to see that before you even talk to her. But yes, having the other qualities do put you in a long-term desirability category, not just a short-term. However, you can't get into the long-term category without a man first having a short-term desire towards you. You just can't.
Woman. But a lot of women just simply just don't know. And a lot of the time it's because you did not have somebody to teach you. And it's okay. That's perfectly fine. It's okay. But now it's your responsibility to learn. It's your responsibility to teach yourself.
Yes.
Because just going through life and just saying, well, nobody taught me, or just thinking that all it takes for you, your essence of a woman is just sex. That's not it. Like, it's more to being a woman than just sex. I know y'all not gonna like that, but I hope that touched somebody's ears and it made sense to you. And yeah, I'm gonna stop talking because they say we talking too much. A lot of women don't.
You know what I dislike about all of the pick-me spaces? About Shay Sade, Danica Marie, Chantel Simone, maybe not Bella Ring so much, but about the overwhelming majority of the pick-me spaces is that they have a largely male audience. In fact, it's almost exclusive. She has a message that's for women that women should hear, at least this message. But yet, look at her comment section. All men trying to fuck. Love this. Another dude. Preach. Yes, ma'am. Amen. Heart. I like it because it's true. Love your content. Keep it up. Feminine energy is very powerful when used correctly. Yes, ma'am. Oh, no, I already read that one. She's right. You're dope. You're dope. He has a check mark too. Okay. A lot of women did not learn what we know today. Finally, a woman said something. And that's all over the internet because women who raised us weren't doing it and don't know it, unfortunately. Yes. Finally, I mean, it is disheartening to see that it's way more men than women doing this. They're responding and getting the message that's needed for women. So true, and that's with all things. Mm-hmm. She's right. Okay. And there you have it. Oh, wait. Son of a Barnes. I love how you're talking responsibility for your actions. Too many women don't learn this. I grew up with girls, and I'm a loner, and it was hard. Okay. Pretty sure that's not the only thing hard while you watch this woman. So, yeah, this is... The thing about Black men that's disturbing is that we only require a little bit of femininity. We have such a low bar.
If your baby daddy ain't buy your kids nothing for Christmas, don't be mad. He ain't buy them that last year either. And just remember, you chose the ass. Take your time. What's the right? Cow, boots, yeah, get you some. Yeah. You chose them. If your baby daddy didn't buy your kids nothing for Christmas.
I don't know what the fuck that was. That got 1 million views. I seen it and I'm still like, what the fuck was that? Was that dancing? What the fuck was that? So it seems like some...
If your baby daddy didn't buy your kids.
Oh, and she did it on Christmas. Okay. Okay. And that's what happened. It seems, yeah, okay. It seems like the chat room is like equally confused, but they're just saying stuff like, yeah, believe in Christmas. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna move past that one. That's like I seen that and I'll never not see it again. Was she like lifting weights? And I guess we're supposed to watch because she's bent over. Well, a lot of people did. So when his eggplant has more pull than motherhood. No, I don't think I'm gonna watch that one. You show up for a man, but not your kids. Let's watch you talk to a dog for a second. Oh wait, did somebody respond to you? What is this?
Y'all got something to say about Clarissa. And it's only because she doesn't look at y'all, this little brain rot world that y'all live in. That's why y'all got so much to say about her, because if she looked like everybody else, y'all wouldn't have nothing to say. And the fact that she's not trying to, the fact that a man would even want her because she.
Is that it? Is that the woman that was hustled by the white dude? Is that it?
I'm just here to let you.
Okay, music. All right, one more without music, and let's see. Some of y'all go to your kids' school. I don't think it's much there. Let's see. Show up for a man, but not your kids. Dang, she don't have anything. All right, I think I'm done. I think I'm I think I'm done. Let's read some of your comments. A real woman going to put up some type of fences of resistance before she engages in the sex. Why? Why? Now, of course, everybody's going to have filters. Every woman is going to have filters. That way, not everybody can have it. But I'm not going to measure her womanhood based on her not fucking me, because I'm not stupid. And I know that it doesn't really take much to not fuck someone. I know, because I not fuck a lot of people. It's a very easy thing to do. So I'm not going to give a person credit and call them real for that. And I'm not going to hold it against a woman who's eager to fuck me. Because quite frankly, and I know this is going to come off as arrogant, they definitely should be eager to fuck me. Well, all the hoes are outside and seen more. Well, the hoes are outside and are seen more. Okay, let me see if I get some context on that. Yes, I always see a lot of reformed hoes get married before the good girls. Always perplexed me. Trying to think if I see that. Maybe it's a matter of perspective, because I do see, and when I say it's a matter of perspective, there are women who are married that I wish weren't. So from that perspective, if I'm looking at it through that lens, I'm like, oh man, the good ones are off the market quick, or I wish I got to her first. So perhaps because that feeling is strong in my psyche now, it seems like it's the opposite. And maybe I don't really think about it much when hoes get married. Maybe that's why I come to that conclusion. And I actually thought that today. And I'm going to show you with whom I thought that with. Um, Here, give me one moment. Oh crap, Shay Sade. All right, let me head over there in a bit, in a moment. But let's before going over there. Actually, let's go over there now. Y'all watch the video yourself, but let's see what she's talking about. And then I'll go to, but she would be an example of a good woman marrying young. Why isn't it showing stuff? Maybe it'll let me share another channel, the one I was going to originally go to. So this is a prime example of a woman who I would much rather remain single, and evidence that the single women are not actually married longer. So let's see. Give me a second. Nope, not Chantel. Or excuse me, like the hoes don't seem to be marrying quicker. It does seem like the good ones are taking off the market soon, is what I mean. Hit the like button. Okay, so this right here, we're about to see on your screen, is an example of a good woman who was taking off of the scene, the marriage scene, too soon, at least for me. And then there was, of course, Kelly Stamps. But here.
Of 4 years, just ended our friendship over a minute.
Oh, by the way, I'm not talking about Chantel. I'm talking about the woman on. I'm not saying that she couldn't fall into that category, but I'm talking about the woman on the left side of the screen, the one that's about to talk.
Yeah. So since y'all keep sending me the video, and since I'm blocked, let's just talk about it. First and foremost, the fact that you started your video talking a man and didn't actually explain what the dynamic of the relationship was, I'm going to do that for you. Over a man. You got cut off over my man, my husband, the person that's the most important to me. You live a life where you live in la la land. You, A, don't have a man. B, don't have somebody, have never had anybody that does for you what my husband does for me. You are a pocket watcher. You clock everything that is done in a manner in which you wouldn't accept it, but nobody's even doing for you what my man does for me. You're upset, wholeheartedly upset, more upset than me that I got jewelry, dinner, and flowers, the thing that I requested, the thing that I enjoy, because baby, I'm a mother.
Okay. For those of you who don't really watch Chantel like that, by the way, this is Chantel Simone on the right hand side of the screen. This is her show. Um, she did earlier. She covered earlier the first woman who was talking bad about the woman who's in the white robe now. And she was saying that her man don't do this, her man don't do that, and she cut me off for bringing that to his attention. Now she just said that all her man gave her for Valentine's Day was dinner and flowers. She didn't even mention the jewelry. This woman here mentioned the jewelry, but you're always going to have these chicks. And when I first seen Chantel, I didn't see the woman that she was talking about when she said her friend, blah 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 blah. I didn't see who she was talking about. Her friend is actually hotter than her. So there is a point of envy and jealousy that goes along with that. And she has a man that treats her well. And she's like, he could treat you better. I know how much money he makes. I like this woman. Let's continue.
And a wife. And I work full time. I be tired. I don't want to do a whole all the time. And it's not out of the norm, having been married all of these years, for my husband for our anniversary to take me to dinner, get me flowers, and get me a gift. That's enough. It's not low effort. It's not bare minimum. You're not a celebrity. You don't live a life where this is happening for you and everybody else around you. So
dang, she is grilling. She is grilling. She's grilling.
So like, what? Not only that, you're disclosing information to the internet that's not your business.
So basically, this is her husband's real estate agent, a friend. And she said, I'm his real estate agent. I know exactly how many properties he has. I know exactly how much money he has, and blah, 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 blah. And which now it's just like reeking of jealousy, which she has every reason to be jealous. And she said, well, I know that he makes this much and he should be spending this much on you. And she just said, bitch, you're blocked.
Because you sold the house. Like, be so for real. You're weird. And not for nothing, our kids, because we are building generational wealth. We are trying to make sure that we can retire early. So getting flown out or going on a trip all the time is not our top.
Dang. So this is obviously a good chick. And she was taken off the market quick and kept off the market indefinitely. So, brother, Chasing Grace, when you say, yes, I see a lot of reformed hoes get married before the good girls, I don't know. Because this situation right here, it seemed like the good girl married quick and the other chick is on there still trying to figure it out, still trying to, get taken on trips and stuff so she could take selfies talking about how good the whole life is, on your dime. It does seem like that. Well, she's planning the kids' futures and early retirements and, using you as a real estate agent to, buy properties for their family. It does seem like the better chick got the dick sooner rather than later. So her dude is a lucky dude. Let me play the rest of it.
Priority. And as that man's wife, I know how to be an asset to him. And
dang. Yeah, unfortunately, these chicks get taken off the market quick.
This is why I say I don't accept relationship advice for ropes. They
See, the thing about this chick is that she's strong enough, and this is a rare quality. This is a rare quality amongst women, particularly Black women. When men say they want a woman that's strong, What they mean to say is so that they're not influenced by the sisterhood. But with black women here, when you say that, is they're not influenced by anyone, including you, so they never actually grow up and improve. Because no one, whatever, I do what I want. They're on that indefinitely. So yeah, but she has a type of strength to where she's not influenced by the sisterhood, but she has the intelligence to see, okay, this is for the greater good. I have a man who owns properties, and he's forward thinking, so I am going to cling on to this man, and I'm not going to, and I'm strong enough to not let these weak ass lonely bitches, weak ass lonely broke bitches try to influence me. I'm blocking you, and my husband is going to get another real estate bitch. Just the fact. She towers above you so much. She towers above you so much. Her pussy is so much better than yours that she has no problem putting you alone with her husband in an empty house. Because she knows he's going to come back home. That's got to sting. That's got to sting. She is completely unworried and unbothered. She do not see a vagina as a threat, because your mentality, first of all, because she's hotter than you, but secondly, because your mentality is such trash that her husband is not going to leave her for you, because men aren't stupid like that. Who in the hell is going to leave a woman who foregoes instant gratification for the long-term goal of the children and themselves, their own early retirement? Who in the hell is going to, for a woman who say he ain't buying you enough shit? She knows her husband better. She knows that you are not a fucking threat.
Never been married. They don't have anything for real. They live in delusion and la la land, and that a man's gonna come in and do half the stuff that my man does.
Damn!
So thank y'all for coming to my TED Talk. That's the tea.
Damn! Half the stuff. On Valentine's Day, she get flowers and candy, and you get like a bag full of lawnmower leavings and a half-eaten payday. Damn. She was killed. She was killed. So yeah, this one was taken off the market a lot quicker than her friend. But let me go to Chantel's and see if I can find the one where her friend was saying it. It's hard to find stuff on Chantel's channel. This one was done today, but she posts every day, so that's like a huge library of stuff to look through to find like what I'm looking for. But maybe I'll get lucky. So let's see. Oh wait. Nope. That's not it. Let's see. Blames man for her being single. Let's see. How did she find all this stuff? How did she find the time and energy to do this shit? Yeah, I don't think I could find it. Maybe this is a bitter woman giving dating advice. No, that's not it. Treat your husband like your manager. Damn, yeah, so I can't find it. All right, we'll get you pregnant. Obsessed with men that they don't want. 46 years. Let's see. Why she refused to have kids? Women confused. What? All right, let's see. Women exposed single mom. Yeah, so yeah, can't find it. She posts a lot. Chantel posts a lot. So can't really find the one that I'm looking for. Let's see. And some of them have like multiples in there. Some of them have multiples. So it could be a case. Should I email Chantel? No, because by the time she get back to me, the show will be over. So yeah, I can't find it. It's just buried under all of her videos. Dry begging on social media. She be having some interesting stuff. But let's see if I get back to Shay Sade. Why don't more women just take Shay Sade advice and just Shay Sade needs like a class for class type situation. All right, give me a second.
Here. You can't see her because I'm there, but
Dang, how come I can't share Shay Sade's, but I can share Chantel's? That's weird.
lovely black woman.
Maybe it's because she's like that like button on your way out. This is